Twitch is doing... Yeah, Twitch is weird. I don't know. I don't know how the clipping thing works. I've never done it before. There's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gent really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? 'Tis all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fellow dropped from a fair height right there, so it is. What? No! But it can't be. It's all lies! My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we? I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now that the filthy rubbish can be... where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. So, they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it. Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing. On three then, everyone. 1, 2... 3.
Objection!
I knew he wouldn't go down without a fight. A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded. Oh, and what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zieks? A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void. What? Why? For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
Objection!
Huh? What are you talking about? It's there for all to see. It's clearly blood.
Objection!
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least, not until this trial began. But... Are you suggesting, Lord Van Zieks, that this stain of blood was... fabricated, my lord? Yes, and while this court has been in session. What? What a palaver. I must say, I didn't expect such a crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zieks. But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts. Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir. Tut tut, Lord Van Zieks. This will not do, to be sure. Will it now, counsel? Oh, no. I think it's fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? But if yous will all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood on it without the world and his wife seeing? I mean, there was the smoke bomb. Isn't that right now, Counsel? It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time that court has been in session. My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words. I mean, again, I'm going with the truthful. I ain't trying to lie. I ain't trying to, like, hide shit. As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think it could have been possible. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility. Oh, good gracious. Explain yourself, Counsel. Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit. Deceit? I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take as a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. What is going on? Be careful, Mr. Naruto. Cover your face. Bailiff, do not let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom. Courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. Are you wise? Wait, no. Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, you rotten feckless gouger? Gouger? Feckless gouger? You're supposed to be defending me! 'Tis a wicked plot. 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Objection!
It's kind of coming out as a very eccentric guy. Yeah, like, he's sinister, but, like, so far he's just doing his job, you know? Like, just a very eccentric guy, yeah. Like, so far he's not doing anything, like, he's a bit of a dick, sure, but, like, it's an ace attorney prosecutor. Well, what else is new? Like, so far he's just doing his job. He's not, like, pulling any bullshit. Like, I've updated the autopsy. He's not updating any autopsy reports, you know what I mean? Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies? Such as? To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, the compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. Unfortunately, Lord Van Zeeks, no one is able to corroborate your claims. That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not.
Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things. What do you think? Sorry? About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? Yeah, that big bloodstain on the floor wasn't there either. I have an inkling. This is all shady as fuck. I ain't trying to lie in court. My lord.
Yes, counsel?
There is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
What?
What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot, you better start watching your back. Silence, begilded. The court awaits the defense's clarification. This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here?
I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. What exactly is this alleged mark you claim appeared at some point during the trial?
It's the fucking this shit. Take that. Got it. If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this bloodstain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom.
Good lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel.
Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that it was a very careless slip of the tongue. I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Yo, scruples! Ladies and gentlemen, scruples.
Ah! This trial is over.
Mr. McGilded?
I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but 'tis all over now.
But you're the defendant.
'Tis over, I tell ya! Memory, recollection, what people think they saw, 'tis all a nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there, now!
Well...
And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper of the Belly has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Zeek's. Well, my lord? I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence,
these fucking people have no object permanence. Like, this is like the reverse of that shit in the last trial, or like the first trial, with the lady who's like, look, it's evidence that proves I did it. Psh! What evidence, bitch? Like, this is the opposite of that. It's like, well, I clearly just put this evidence here out of nowhere, but it's here now, so... Guys, please.
regret to say it would be improper for this trial to continue.
Your lordship can't be serious.
Lord Van Zieks, what is your position?
The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present.
Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first.
What formality? As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty. Yes, which would mean we've won. Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now, with all these unexplained inconsistencies?
Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please.
Yes, my lord. The defense believes... I mean... Listen, this is... We gotta follow the scruples, right? Like, we ain't done here. Defendant could be guilty. I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence.
What are you saying, man?
Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent.
Good gracious me!
Yeah, this don't feel right at the end of a... Like, this isn't how Ace Attorney, trials end. You gotta find the person who actually did it. That's how it works.
Order! Order! This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused's innocence into question. Are you of sound mind?
Me lucky charms! Oh, 'twas a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was a grand decision.
What?
I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles. Ah. Your job here is done, fella. And some fine work you've done, so you have. What do you mean? 'Tis just as the right honourable gentleman so succinctly put it afore. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality.
I really don't know what to make of all this. Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it fake?
His lordship would be fuming, and any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. Clackety-clack.
The stinking rich are always guilty of something. You... mark my words!
I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely park.
Now that proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea.
This don't feel right. This doesn't feel right. I thank you kindly, my lord.
I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
Objection!
But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
Lord Van Zieks,
My lord.
the case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place.
My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection!
But wait! When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zieks ordered the evidence to be secured.
I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair.
Culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by the court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. What?
Well, Lord Van Zieks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fellow, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
Do you mean to tell me this has all just been a grand waste of time?
'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law. Magnus McGilded. Good grief, you have more to say to me, have you? Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over. Well, something to be looking forward to, then. That's my Irish laugh.
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded.
Why do I feel so conflicted about this? I mean, I won, but like, I don't like it. Don't sit right with me. Can't believe it.
This is an outrage. They should have examined the evidence more.
What are you talking about? The man's been cleared. He's innocent. The courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day. The judge delivered his verdict. And my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us. But I don't... 5:14 p.m. Defendant's antechamber. That certainly was a long trial. Yes, it was. Your first ever trial on foreign soil, and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Mr. Sato. Thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection. Aye, that you did? Mr. McGilded. And that girl is with him too. Well, it seems the stories are true. Oh, what stories? About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. Indeed. I'm sure yous must have seen them by now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Yes, definitely. I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and that to be sure it was. And I've you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything. What on earth are you saying, fella? How did I walk out of there a free man, then? I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning. You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. 'Tis water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared. Nothing's resolved. There's only one thing that matters to me. Oh? Hey. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and obstinate deed. 'Tis grand, is it not? I suppose it is. Now the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I have absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. It's not that funny. So then, as we agreed aforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fellas. Fella? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much. Ara be whist! You're a humble people, are ya? You from the east? Well, if you insist. But have this, still and all. You deserve a reward.
Mr. Magnus McGilded. Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom.
Into the courtroom? What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe.
I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There was some changes to the schedule.
Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection. Sorry, what inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
Wonder why.
They're going to examine it again. Now? Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is.
Oh?
So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. I hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain. Britain. Jesus fucking Christ, I can't talk anymore. And there he goes, a free man. Oh, I forgot she was here too. Okay, no need for this. No need.
Don't move.
Whereas I want to say, get a move on. She really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down? You're a grown-up. Sorry? And I ain't all grown-ups. Ah, there you are! I don't know who this is. Naughty, naughty, running off like that? Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now? Also, what is this music? And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ha! Oh my fucking god. Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me. Excuse me, but who are you? Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. The inventor? Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself. we have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all? I just took my eyes off it for a moment whilst I was changing into a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon. A what's it now? I have no idea what this girl is talking about. Anyway, you're coming with me, back to my laboratory. What? What for? To apologize, of course, silly. To my technician. What? You can't... You mean say sorry? You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. An adult? I don't listen to no adults. Come along then, follow me. Fine, have it your way. Oh good, you see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end. I'm fairly sure that what she wants to do is not get shot by that massive gun of yours. What the fuck is going on? We'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss. She was a lively one. Yeah, that's the word I'd use. Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now too? Yes, you're right. But where to? Oh, we haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff. I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings. But at this late hour of the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. Don't worry though, I have a plan. If worst comes to worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night. Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park. I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through. I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one. Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable. Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down. That 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room. Or a mansion. And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over.
What's going on? Get the fire brigade! Water! Bring water, quick! What the... How did this happen?
Destroy the evidence.
I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed.
No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
Oh my god, someone's in there! What the fuck?
No. Oh, good God. There's
What?
someone in there.
What the fuck? Fish stretches, I'm leaving farewell. I suspect we're at the end of the chapter, so I'll probably be going soon too. Have a wonderful night, Jeff. Thank you again for all those wonderful, wonderful treasures. The wonderful, those dem gift subs. And that's that. Alright, well. It looks like we get to find out who burned to death next Wednesday. What the fuck? The Realm of the Reaper. Into it sooner. No worries. That was crazy. Thank you so much. Yeah. The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. Oh my god. The Clouded Kokoro. I mean, I think this is the part where I say goodbye too. Starbane still here? That's a good question. Starbane has been quite quiet. Oh my god. My brain is not braining. It's a good thing at the end. So next week there shall be we shall begin episode 4, The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. I don't know why that's so funny to me. And then yeah, Friday I shall be playing more Deltarune. Sarvius gives some. Oh my god. The ultimate weapon. Yeah. Thanks everybody for watching. Oh! There he is, just in time to explode, apparently. Thanks everybody for watching. I love seeing chat, like, have fun. I'm glad you crazy kids are having fun in there, trapped in that little box of yours. Someday I'll figure out how to get you guys out of there, but until then. Alright, have a wonderful day, night, whatever time it is. I'll see everybody on Friday with more Deltarune. Bye!